Ralph Rexford Bellamy was an American actor whose career spanned 62 years on stage, film, and television. During his career, he played leading roles as well as supporting roles, garnering acclaim and awards, including a Tony Award for Best Dramatic Actor in Sunrise at Campobello and Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor for The Awful Truth. Early life. Bellamy was born in Chicago. He was the son of Lilla Louise, a native of Canada, and Charles Rexford Bellamy. He ran away from home when he was 15 and managed to gain employment in a roadshow. He toured with roadshows before finally landing in New York City. He began acting on stage there and by 1927 owned his own theater company. In 1931, he made his film debut and worked constantly throughout the decade both as a lead and as a capable supporting actor. He co-starred in 5 films with Fay Wray. Film and television career. His film career began with The Secret Six starring Wallace Beery and featuring Jean Harlow and Clark Gable. By the end of 1933, he had already appeared in 22 movies, including Rebecca of Sunnybrook Farm and the second lead in the action film Picture Snatcher with James Cagney. He played in 7 more films in 1934 alone, including Woman in the Dark, based on a Dashiell Hammett story, in which Bellamy played the lead, second billed under Fay Wray. Bellamy kept up the pace through the decade, receiving a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his role in The Awful Truth with Irene Dunne and Cary Grant, and played a similar part, that of a naive boyfriend competing with Grant's sophisticated character, in his Girl Friday. He portrayed Detective Ellery Queen in a few films during the 1940s, but as his film career did not progress, he returned to the stage, where he continued to perform throughout the 1950s. Bellamy appeared in other movies during this time, including Dance, Girl, Dance with Maureen O'Hara and Lucille Ball, and the horror classic The Wolfman with Lon Chaney Jr. and Evelyn Ankers. He also appeared in The Ghost of Frankenstein with Chaney and Bela Lugosi. In 1949, Bellamy starred in the television noir Private Eye series Man Against Crime on the Dumont Television Network. Initially telecast live in its earliest seasons, the program lasted until 1956 and was simulcast for a season on Dumont and NBC, and ran on CBS during a different year. The lead role was taken by Frank Lovejoy in 1956. Who subsequently starred in NBC's Meet McGraw detective series. Bellamy appeared on television in numerous roles over the following years. He was a regular panelist on the CBS television game show To Tell the Truth during its initial run. Bellamy starred as Willard Mitchell, along with Patricia Breslin and Paul Fix, in the 1961 episode, The Haven, of CBS's anthology series The DuPont Show with June Allison. About this same time, he also appeared on the NBC anthology series, The Barbara Stanwyck Show. In December 1961, he portrayed the part of Judge Quince in the episode, Judgment at Hondo Seco, on CBS's Rawhide. During the 1963–1964 television season, Bellamy co-starred with Jack Jing in the NBC medical drama The 11th Hour, in the role of a psychiatrist in private practice. Wendell Corey had appeared in the first season of the series. Bellamy appeared on Broadway as Franklin Delano Roosevelt in Sunrise at Campobello, winning a Tony Award for the role in 1957. He reprised the role in the 1960 film version. In the summer of 1961, Bellamy hosted 9 original episodes of a CBS Western anthology series called Frontier Justice, a Dick Powell 4-star television production. In 1950, Bellamy became a member of the Lambs, an actors club located in New York. Bellamy appeared in the syndicated anthology series, Death Valley Days as Daniel Quint, a minister. In the storyline, a young woman whom Quint befriends on a stagecoach ride, Lorna Erickson, sets him up to be robbed by her paramour, Johnny Meadows. Highly regarded within the industry, Bellamy served as a 4-term president of Actors Equity from 1952 to 1964. On film, Bellamy also starred in the western The Professionals as an oil tycoon married to Claudia Cardinale opposite adventurers Burt Lancaster and Lee Marvin, and Roman Polanski's Rosemary's Baby as an evil physician, before turning to television during the 1970s. Among many roles in numerous shows, sometimes as a series regular, Bellamy portrayed Adlai Stevenson in the TV movie The Missiles of October, a treatment of the Cuban Missile Crisis. He was a member of the cast of the short-lived CBS espionage drama Hunter in 1977. An Emmy Award nomination for the miniseries The Winds of War, in which Bellamy reprised his Sunrise at Campobello role of Franklin D. Roosevelt, brought him back into the spotlight. This was quickly followed by his role as Randolph Duke, a conniving millionaire commodities trader in trading places alongside Don Amici. The Eddie Murphy film, Coming to America, included a brief cameo by Bellamy and Don Amici, reprising their roles as the Duke brothers. Around this time, he again portrayed Franklin Roosevelt in the sequel to The Winds of War, War and Remembrance. Among his later roles was an appearance as a once brilliant but increasingly senile lawyer sadly skewered by Jimmy Schmidt's character on an episode of L.A. Law. Bellamy continued working regularly and gave his final performance in Pretty Woman. Personal life throughout the 1930s and 40s, Bellamy was regularly seen socially with a select circle of friends known affectionately as the «Irish Mafia», although they preferred the less sensational «Boys Club». This group consisted of a group of Hollywood A-listers who were mainly of Irish descent. Others included James Cagney, Pat O'Brien, Spencer Tracy, Lynn Overman, Frank Morgan and Frank McHugh. Bellamy opened the Palm Springs Racquet Club in Palm Springs, California, with fellow actor Charles Farrell in 1934. Bellamy was married 4 times, first to Alice Delbridge, then to Catherine Willard. On the occasion of his marriage to organist Ethel Smith, Time magazine reported, Ralph Bellamy, 41, veteran stage and screen actor, and Ethel Smith, 32, thin, Tico Tico famed cinema electric organist. He for the 3rd time, she for the 2nd, in Harrison, NY. She was in fact 42 years old at the time. Bellamy's 4th wife was Alice Murphy. A Democrat, Bellamy was in attendance at the 1960 Democratic National Convention in Los Angeles. On November 29, 1991, Bellamy died from a lung ailment at St. John's Health Center in Santa Monica, California. He was 87 years old. Bellamy was buried in Forest Lawn, Hollywood Hills Cemetery in Los Angeles. Awards and honors in 1984. Bellamy was presented with a Life Achievement Award from the Screen Actors Guild, and in 1987, he received an honorary Academy Award, for his unique artistry and his distinguished service to the profession of acting. Bellamy has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 6542 Hollywood Boulevard. In 1992, a Golden Palm Star on the Palm Springs, California, Walk of Stars was dedicated to him. In a 2007 episode of Boston Legal, footage of a 1957 episode of Studio One was used. The episode featured Bellamy and William Shatner as a father and son lawyer duo. This was used in the present day to explain the relationship between Shatner's Denny Crane character and his father in the show.